Hey everybody, it's Dave with DII. Hey, I make and sell handpans, and sometimes people bring them in to me to get service. So this is an interesting handpan that came to my way. Wendy brought this to me. Hi, Wendy. And she bought it off of Instagram, I guess. That was the story. So she got it. It was low cost, you know. It didn't cost a couple $100 as far as I know. But this is what it sounds like. So let's check it out. So it has some tones on it, right? And if I play with my hand, it sounds something like this. So it's a handpan, I suppose. But it doesn't have a very clear sound. The reason it doesn't have a clear sound is because these notes are supposed to have harmonics that are tuned to them in the appropriate way. So this drum looks like a handpan. Like if you were to see it in a picture on the internet, social media, whatever, you'd be like, oh, awesome, it looks like a handpan. I want to grab it. But unfortunately, the tuning is way off. So normally, like I said, this is a fundamental pitch, da 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 da, and it should have a da 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 octave there and a fifth here, but they're not there. So that's kind of the problem with this handpan. I think I'm going to take a whack at it to see if I can get it to sound any better than it already is. But this handpan may not ever sound completely 100% like a handpan. So like I said, I'm going to take a whack at it and see what happens. Even though it sounds pretty funky, it's actually tuned. It just doesn't have any harmonics on it. So you could actually play a little bit of a tune. So you can play a little bit of something on it. It just sounds a little woody and dry. There you can see some green there, so that's actually a G. So it's showing up as a G, but it doesn't have an octave or anything. So this is going to be an F. So you can see it was tuned. It's just it was only tuned to what I call or what everyone in the music world calls a fundamental pitch. The fundamental pitch is the lowest pitch. So if you were to have harmonics stacked on top of each other, the fundamental would be the bottom, kind of like the foundation of a building. So the fundamental pitch, then you would have another harmonic on top of that. Typically when you make handpans or steel drums, it's an octave. And then above that, it's a fifth or a third or whatever the other harmonic is. So these are fundamental pitches. You can see that they did tune them, but only the fundamental pitch. So the thing that makes a handpan and a steel drum sound the way it sounds, kind of like that really interesting, beautiful sound, is because all of those harmonics are tuned together to work in harmony to make the note sound pure and nice. So these just don't have those harmonics tuned to the note to give it that nice, warm, beautiful handpan sound. I've never tuned one of these small ones like this before. Somebody else, I think, brought one into the store the other day. I think they're getting these off of Facebook or Instagram or something like that. Somebody's selling them there. I don't know. I could probably see something like this being on eBay as well. I don't know. Anyway, so if you're looking for a nice, warm handpan sound that has all the tuned harmonics, I don't think you should get one of these because it's not quite what you're looking for. The only reason I could see that you'd want to get one of these is because you actually could practice a little bit. Kind of the hand motions and getting the feel for it. But other than that, it's not really probably what you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can tune one of these notes. It's funny, everything's almost there. It's like they just didn't tune the octaves and stuff. All right, I guess I'll try C. Let's see what happens. how this one has like a slightly different sound now. Because I tuned an octave on that note right there. But unfortunately, really, I might be able to put some octaves on this, but this one was the closest. Since it was never really prepared or shaped properly to have octaves tuned to it, the idea of retuning something like this and making it sound like a quote-unquote real handpan is not really practical. So I'm probably just going to tell the customer that that's the best I can do for now. It's kind of not worth her time or my time and the expense to get it tuned up. I'm not even sure I could. Like I said, the way it was made, I'm not sure how much better I can make it. I got lucky on this note. It might be that some of these other notes, it would not work. And so I would spend a bunch of time trying to make something work that's not going to work. And so I'm just going to leave it like this and let the customer know that that's probably the best it's going to be. So there you go, little mini drum from somewhere. I think it was purchased off of Facebook or Instagram or eBay or something like that. So just FYI, there you go.